Heaven, I'm in heaven. My heart beats so that I can barely speak. That song always comes to mind when we're in the heavens. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You ever think about that statement? Do you know who wrote those words? You ever ask yourself that question? Think about that. We rely on words that we don't even know who wrote them.
We also rely on words that have been transcribed, 300 different times, and
Right.
all have different ways they've been put in a book. Yet that is the end-all be-all.
And this is heaven we're talking about. People talk about heaven as if they've been there before and they can't wait to get back. They talk about heaven like they talk about Malibu or Hawaii.
They tell you that's this glorious place that you gotta get to, but if you ever try to skip out early, no, because you won't go there then.
Right. I have a question for you. How do you get more heavenly than the universe? Look out this window. And if you're on planet Earth listening to this, look up. How do you get more heavenly than the universe? Okay, you're in charge. You've got the first line of the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. If this book were written on Mars, it would be in the beginning, God created the heavens and Mars. People talk about heaven as if they have the ticket and you don't. What if we're in heaven right now and or hell? And this existence that we're in right now, you can choose one or the other. And when we're out here in this magnificence, no other word comes to mind but heavenly.
I just think it's so interesting that people spending their entire life, like you said, can't wait to get to heaven, but they're not even focused on making their life heavenly here.
Right.
It just seems that if you're so focused on the afterlife, you're missing out on the present.
Right, you're way in advance. You're at your death.
Which, that to me is also anxiety, right? I mean,
right, that's full-blown anxiety. If you're all the way at your death, this is as far as you can go. Out of the now. Think about that for a second. Holy shit. How can you describe heaven if you've never been there? How do you get more fantastic than this?
Well, I think the opportunity, Earth can be a heaven.
I mean,
or
Earth
it can be a hell.
Earth is...
Each individual can make that decision. However, as a unit, I think it can be made that way also, don't you think? We're seeing burning right now. We're seeing everything that hell would describe.
When you view Earth from... It provides every single thing you need.
That's heaven, isn't it?
And it's floating in the middle of space around this beautiful sun that we're exactly the distance from to maintain.
And yeah.
I mean, everything. We have a moon that works in conjunction with us and protects us. You know the reason the moon has all those pot marks on it?
I thought it was blocking
is because it catches asteroids. So I mean, how much more perfect do you need?
Whenever an individual makes their life here, I think that you create that to being what you think heaven is in the afterlife. So what people want to do in heaven, they always say stuff like, it's all these almost guilty pleasures. So everyone's making up what they think it's going to be.
Their own
perception. So I mean, that's all it comes down to anyway.
So many questions came out with this one. And you said the word resonate earlier, and resonate is a special word. You know instantly when something resonates with you. There's so many different variables and there's so many different choices. And all I know is that this view that we are so fortunate to get to see, to me, I feel it is heaven. And I'm very grateful for all of this. I'm very grateful to have a planet that provides everything I need to survive.
It's incredible.
Anything else is a luxury.
We have literally everything we need.
Yeah.
Do you know the forest, the stuff that's being cut down, what could be provided to humans, cures for everything? It's all here. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. I mean, for every disease, there's an herb. For every this, there's a that.
There just is. Yeah. Like it wouldn't be made any other
way. For every
way.
poisonous plant, there's a cure plant. There's this. For every venom, there is a anti-venom.
Why wouldn't there be? Because it was made. It was made that way.
Because it was made and it was perfect.
Yeah.
What if this existence is just one of many experiences to completely understand that? Or there's been a with humans on planet Earth, there's been a disconnect that we are nature. There's been a disconnect that the human is
something separate from.
Yeah, the human rules nature. No, that's not the case. And you can look in the mirror, most importantly, and see that in yourself. Because as much as people would love to say that they can help and change people, they can't.
And that's the biggest thing. Yeah. You can't change anybody, their views, their opinions, their being. You can't change until they want to change themselves.
Yeah.
All you can do is you can either be the example or be made the example. Either way, you're learning yourself, but you're also being put on display.
Yeah. And we see that all across the world.